My name's Rex. I've been a nightclub bouncer for a long time, and if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Every night is unpredictable. You get the usual stuff, a couple of drunk dancers, some people arguing about spilled drinks, or that one guy who thinks he can sweet-talk his way past the line. But every now and then, you get a night that sticks with you forever. And this story? Yeah, this was that night. The club was packed. Music was thumping, the dance floor was alive, and people were in high spirits. Everyone was there to just have fun. That's when I noticed them. A group of 6 young guys strolling in like they owned the place. Designer suits, gold chains, hair so slicked back, it looked like they'd used half a bottle of gel. They didn't walk. They strutted. Like the whole club was their runway. And the moment they sat down, they made sure the entire room knew it. Ordering the most expensive bottles, popping champagne, shouting across the tables, it was chaos. I've dealt with loud groups before, but this was different. They weren't just noisy. They wanted everyone's attention. And trust me, they got it. The annoyed kind. I walked over, staying professional. In this line of work, tone is everything. I leaned in and said, loud enough to be heard over the music, but calm and polite. Hey fellas, listen. I need you to keep it down a little. People are here to relax, not to hear you screaming across the room. Cool. The so-called leader leaned back in his chair, gave me this cocky smile and said, "Do you even know who we are? My dad owns half this city. You should be bringing us drinks, not telling us to shut up." The other 5 burst out laughing, clinking glasses like they'd just heard the funniest joke in the world. I smiled back. That's great, but I don't care if your dad owns the moon. Either tone it down or I'll have to ask you to leave. Their laughter got louder. I gave them another chance. Always give people a chance. So I said, all right guys, this is the second warning. Chill out, or you're out. But instead of calming down, the leader stood up. He was tall, skinny, but he puffed up his chest like a rooster. You don't get it, old man. If you don't walk away right now, we'll make you walk away. The other guys stood up behind him, cracking their knuckles, hyping each other up. The crowd started paying attention. People stopped dancing. Phones came out. Everyone loves drama, right? I could feel the tension building. And honestly, part of me knew this was about to get ugly. The first one lunged at me. Wild punch. No technique. I sidestepped and tapped him on the shoulder as he stumbled past me. He hit the floor hard. The second rushed in. Same story. One quick move and he was down too. Now, here's what they didn't know. I used to be an MMA fighter. Not just some guy who hits the gym on weekends. I trained for years, fought professionally, won championships. These 6? They were just spoiled kids who thought money made them invincible. Number 3 tried to tackle me. I caught him midair, turned his momentum, and gently placed him on the floor. Crowd went wild. People started cheering. Someone even shouted, "World Star! World Star!" 4 and 5 tried to come at me together. Bad idea. One threw a kick, the other went for a grab. I slipped, blocked, and pushed them into each other. They both tumbled down like bowling pins. Now it was just me and the leader. The guy with the big mouth. He looked around, realizing all his buddies were down, but he couldn't back out now. Too many people were watching. He swung at me, sloppy and desperate. I dodged easily. Come on, man, I told him, you don't want this. But he didn't listen. So I grabbed his arm, spun him around, and pinned him against the wall. Didn't hurt him, just enough to show who was in charge. The whole club erupted in applause. I let him go and stepped back. "Gentlemen," I said, opening the exit door for them. "Thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful evening." One by one, they crawled out, trying to look tough, but failing miserably. Their expensive suits were wrinkled, their egos crushed. The crowd cheered again. People clapped me on the back. Some even bought me drinks. For the rest of the night, I was like a hero. And here's the funny part. A few weeks later, one of those kids actually came back. Alone this time. He walked up to me, embarrassed, and said, "Hey man, sorry about that night. We were being idiots." I nodded and said, "Apology accepted. Just don't let it happen again." He shook my hand and left. Maybe he learned something. Maybe not. But me? I walked away with another crazy story to tell. And that, my friends, is what it's like being a nightclub bouncer. You never know if you'll be breaking up fights, protecting customers, or schooling 6 spoiled rich kids in front of an entire crowd. If you liked this story, smash that like button, subscribe to Insane Job Jams, and stick around for more wild stories from the craziest jobs out there. Trust me, you don't want to miss the next one.